Hello YouTube, this is Monica Krause here, and we have our lovely Mustang Juno, and we're hanging out in the Shire, and it's been a great day. And I want to talk about the three reasons you may have fear of riding and how to overcome those reasons you have fear of riding. So number one, number one reason, let me read my notes. Overthinking. We've all been guilty of this before, right? So we have overthought our way out of progressing to the next step, right? So maybe our first thing we got over was getting on the horse and walking around. And then we got up to the trot. And then now we're afraid to move to the next step, which is the canter or something else, or going on a trail or whatever it might be. And we tend to overthink, like, what if I fall? What if this? What if I run into a tree? What if the horse takes off? What if it bolts? What if it jumps sideways? Of course, all of those what ifs can possibly be, be existing, but they can only manifest if you focus on them. So it's really, really important to think about the things that you want to have happen instead of all the what ifs. What if this happens? And all that kind of stuff. So you're going to, if you do that, count on it. Count on your fears becoming real, because if you think about it, it will happen. There's Luna behind us. So anyway, overthinking. And if we find ourselves in overthinking, what can help us overcome the overthinking and getting into that fear zone and creating that emotion of fear, anxiety, uh-oh, I'm going to fall, uh-oh, the horse is going to take off, uh-oh, uh-oh. And what happens is you start to tense up and you start to not breathe, and you might pass out because now you're restricting oxygen to your brain. And so the best thing you can do for that one is stop thinking all of those fearful things and focus on just your breathing. Breath going in for start, and then out, and then in and out. And then from there, when you focus on your breathing, maybe focus on, if you're walking, counting the steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or if you're trotting, 1, 2, 1, 2, or the canter, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? So we can focus on the rhythm and the timing and the feel instead of going, uh-oh, I'm gonna fall off, uh-oh, I don't know, it moved. None of that is gonna help you find the freedom and the joy of riding when you're stuck in this fear zone of overthinking. And let's just take a little step back. I kind of jumped up ahead, but what is fear? What's the acronym for fear? Fear is false experiences appearing real. So fear is really all your imagination, right? So that goes with overthinking. Overthinking is just that thinking, we're imagining it. And so it brings us back to what I was saying in the beginning, which is, why would you want to imagine all of the worst things to happen? Wouldn't you want to imagine all the best things to happen? Because what do you have to lose? You're already on top of that horse. You're already having the desire and ready to go. So might as well imagine the freedom you would feel if you were to just get into that trot and find the rhythm, find the feel, and all that stuff. So that's my little tip on overthinking. The next one, number 2. My fingers aren't working with the numbers. Number 2 is lack of self-control, which is both your focus and your physical fitness. So if you are unable to direct your mind, have control of your thoughts, control what you're thinking, you're going to perpetuate that fear. So it takes that control. Take a deep breath, imagining the outcome that you want, and also physical fitness. I have probably said this before, but when you are strong or you can carry yourself well and you spend more time moving your body and you're comfortable in it, it's going to raise the percentage level of your confidence and ability on a horse, because you're going to be able to have a quick response if you need to. You're going to be able to rise and fall with the trot. You're going to be able to control yourself. So if you're having a lack of confidence, fear perpetuating from this because you have a lack of strength, and ability to balance. So my recommendation is to find ways to do balance. So the best thing, I've done a video a couple weeks ago, would be to do yoga. So find some yoga poses that would promote the breathing control, muscle control, balance, and all that good stuff. And find a yoga instructor or a video that really walks you through all of the places you're supposed to put your bones, stack your bones, and your breathing and your muscles. And that will really, really help you when you get into on riding a horse. So if you have lack of self-control on your own 2 feet, it's going to be really defeating if you are put on a horse and you can't feel comfortable in your own 2 feet and own skin, and you go on a horse and you try to work with that horse. You got to start here, and my recommendation is get physically more fit and comfortable on your own 2 feet. And also with focus, meditation, right? So if you can focus and harness your mind on a thought, that's going to help you with riding. It actually took me a break in riding to realize how much of a focus riding really is. It is like a meditation in movement, which is like yoga. We think, wow, yoga, it's this new age thing to do. Everybody's doing it, trendy. It's really not. It's really, really important thing to do for your confidence and your focus and your meditation abilities to get control of that fear and change it into a different outcome. Let's see the next one. Our fingers working. 3. This is 3. Number 3 is clinging. Number 3 is clinging to the comfort zone, right? We are stuck in, oh, I'm really good at the trot, or I'm really good at the walk, and I like being on the ground next to a horse. I don't know about being on top of that horse. Anywhere you're stuck and you say, well, what if I fall? What if I get on him and I fall? And what if I get near that horse and he kicks me? Or anything your imagination wants to come up with to set you in a fear zone with the horses. So personally, I don't understand staying in the comfort zone. That is just not something I do. In fact, doing these videos, I have gotten completely out of my comfort zone, standing in front of the camera and pushing record and talking about these topics. And, I have a lot of self-defeating thoughts, doing that. And so I choose not to cling onto my comfort zone, and I want to deliver the content, and I want to help people and get this out there to help students and help you with your things. So also, if I find myself stepped on by a horse, I'm like, well, I just better move my foot next time. If maybe they want to bite me or something, well, how do we fix them from doing that? It's the place to find questions and come up with answers. And to me, that's the fun part. But you really have to want to change in order to get out of your comfort zone. So I am really addicted to overcoming fear. So this is a great topic for me to talk about, because I want to help you find that same passion with it. And it could be a whole reason maybe why you would want to work with horses. Maybe it just helps you overcome fear. In the general society, I hear a lot of stories, it's always the story of I was on that one trail horse and he took off and I went under a tree and I fell off, or he bucked off, or he ran back to the barn, or something of these natures. And I know the whole picture. I don't have to be there. I know exactly what happened. The person was a passenger. They went along for the ride. Horse did something. Person went, oh no! It literally dropped the reins, probably leaned forward and went, oh no. And imagined the worst and created it. So what if you could change that moment to, oh, I'm going under this tree. Let's go over here on the path. And you put your body in the position to go over to the path. Yes, there's a chance the horse could resist you, or he's got stung by a bee or whatever, but you still have to try, right? You know, there's always variables, but you still have to try and get yourself up there. And another piece of advice to get over that is just watch people who do it. Watch people who do it to the extreme. I can actually recommend a lovely lady, and I look up to her. Shout out to Extreme Wileen. Whenever I think of this, I think of her, and I think of her. You can look her up, Extreme Wileen. She's does clinics all over the United States, and she will stand up on her horses. She will laugh and giggle being bucked off, and she'll land on her feet, and she'll get up there and do it again and get better, better, better. And so, yes, all these things are going to happen because we love horses, and you know, all horses kick, all horses bite, all horses strike. It's not a matter of if but when, but it's up to us to still work through these fears of that happening and knowing when and where to be, and you know, ask questions. So you got to go to your professionals and ask these questions. I've asked many, many questions along the way. I said, well, how do you get over this? And I was always thinking, well, there's going to be this magical wand answer and I'm going to learn the secret. So just the passion of learning the secrets, getting over using opportunities to the fullest. You know, if you got a horse to work with and they're acting this funny way, that's the time to ask those questions, and that's the time to work on helping them be better horses and teaching them some new way to be the horse of your dreams. So anyway, that is my talk on fear. So there's we got the number right, there it is. 3 main reasons you might be fearful of riding. Let me look at my notes. It's the overthinking, lack of self-control, both mental and physical, and also the clinging to the comfort zone. So that is my recommendations and information about how to overcome those things. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you soon. And I'm just going to leave you off with a little quick announcement for this channel. I like doing the vlogs, and we got 5 horses here. Fingers worked right. 5 horses here. 4 of them are Mustangs, and we got 1 quarter horse, and they all got their shots and vet checks and all kinds of stuff. So I do want to give a shout out to those who had fundraised for keeping our Mustang Luna with us, and we also got to use extra prize money, and we got all the horses here at the Shire taken care of. And I'm going to upload a little vlog about how our week went. And also we are trying to work Mustang Sailor under training again, which is also kind of with the topic of fear, because I kind of put him off, and now that it's been so long, about a year since I've trained him and rode him, it's a little bit, for me, overcoming fear. The what ifs. What if he bucks me off? What if he's worse than he was before? So we're going to work through those fears coming up on updates and vlogs and stuff like that. So look for those. I'm really excited to do those. So he did have a little sniffly, runny nose. We had a neighbor horse that was a little sick, so we got that all checked out today. So we'll put that update video within the week, and we will see you later. This is Monica Kraus, and hope you guys have a great day. Bye. This is the Sailor Man.